Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm T with Teresa H Creates, and it is the end of the month. So I am going to do what I keep saying that I'm going to do and not doing, and that is finishing some of my unfinished projects. So these are recent unfinished projects. There are more, but I decided to just grab 4 bags. We're not going to finish all of them, but I am going to try to attempt to finish at least one of these. This one looks contained. This one is a little bit wild. These other two are larger, but they look contained. So I think that I'm going to go with this one right here that is kind of crazy because it's not as easy to store. I'm actually all out of the larger bags, but I refuse to buy more because I have so many. So let's pull this out and see what this is. Look at all of this ephemera. Oh, okay. These are my trifolds. I've got 2 trifold flip-flop journals. So I did 5 of these, and one of them I sold, and then the other 2 I gave away when I hit my 3,000 subscribers number. So that's what those are. So they are done. What I haven't done with them though is I have not gone in and added any of the ephemera. That's what this is. All right, let me go ahead and open these up. And we'll take a look. So then I'll get one project off my plate. So this guy, oh, look at that. So I've got some blues in here. Little label, look at the little birdie. Is this a tuck? So, okay, I need something to go in the tuck. And then this is clip. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Okay, and then this is a belly band. And then this is, look at what I did. Guys, I'm constantly doing stuff and going back and forth on projects, and I'm like, I don't even know what I did. I should go back and watch some of my videos. All right. Okay. So that's what, look at that. So pretty. So is this, I guess this is the front. Is this a pocket? It is a pocket. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm confusing myself with my own journal. Okay, so this went here. No, it did not. It did go there, but oh, so did this tuck in? Did I tuck that in? I did not, because that does not fit. So I must have just had it placed over like this, and then I had the bulldog clip on it to keep it in place. That's what that is. But why did I do that? Because I love this. I don't know. Maybe I can find another place for this. Maybe this will slip in here. In this belly band. It does. There we go. It does stick out a little bit on the bottom here, but that's fine. We will fix it because that is where that is going to go for right now. Fixed. Okay, because I do like that. Don't you guys like that? And then that little bit of ribbon there. Okay. See, this is why we go back and revisit things. Okay, so I don't need anything here. But I did like that little bulldog clip. I could still use him. Yeah, will he still hold that? Where is it? I think it'll still reach. Maybe not. No, it doesn't really reach. It could go there. I don't know. Maybe we'll find somewhere else to put him. All right, so that goes there. Look at these guys. I didn't do anything to decorate the insides of the pages, because these were just simple little flip-flop journals. These little trifolds. So, and then that's a tuck. Okay. Okay, and okay, here's the other side. There's a little tuck spot. Oh, I like that paper. Look at these papers. Okay. Let me trim this up. And then there. All right, I think I know what I need. So I need a couple of tags. here's a little tag. I think that I want those just a little bit more rounded. I hope I used walnut stain with these because that's what I have here, and that's what I'm going to use to kind of distress the edges of some of this. Ink these up. Not sure what color I used. I typically have the walnut stain on hand though, so it's probably the one that I used. That'll go in there though. Okay, and this looks lovely here. Okay, and then I need something to tuck in here. The stories that matter the most. Nope. Here we go. Tuck that in there. I really think this is several different paper collections that I have going on here. Let me see if I've got more of some of this blue. I do have this guy. I could put that in there. Will that work? It will just work. Let me go ahead and round these corners. Ink up the edges of this. And then I want something on it. How about this guy? I like this. Let's put this on there. Where's my handy dandy little transfer tool? That's a pretty little transfer. Back in the day, it used to like turn a lighter shade when it was ready to be pulled off. Once they turned a lighter shade and you could tell that it separated from this top piece, then you knew it was ready to go. There we go. And it is on. Okay. See, now I don't want it covered up. We're going to trim a little bit. Give it a little bit of a haircut, make it a little bit thinner, and then we'll make it work. And now it works. Problem solved. And then I'll stick that one up there, bring this down just a little bit. There we go. All right. Now what is this guy? Oh, I like that. Okay. And then something in here. The stories that matter most. These little short tags, let me set those aside so that I can find those again. I really like all of these. I wonder if I did that. I think I'm going to do that. Put it on this little tag just to kind of give it a little something extra. There we go. See, easy breezy. And I am going to cover up the hole so that I don't actually have to put anything on it. because I don't want it to cut into this. I want this to just kind of cover all of that. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see. All right. There we go. I like that. That is cute. We'll stick that right in there. All right. Moving along. Look at this guy. I kind of like this green with it. I'm going to stick that there just as an embellishment. This is a really pretty green. It's a really pretty green. It'll look good there. Those other greens, just add a little decorative element. See, started off kind of slow, had to get back into the groove. Now it's coming along. Yes. All right, I had to grab one of my little decorative punches here. Look at that. And then we will round these corners. Perfect. And ink up the edges, and then it needs a little something, right? I mean, it's a great color. It's got this little hint of a flower down here, but I still feel like it needs a little something. Oh, that's pretty too. And that's really light, so that would be good for journaling on the back side of this. So that's good. That is good. But we're liking that. What do we want to put on it? Oh, look at all these little journal cards I have too. Why am I just now seeing these? What do we want to put on there? Perfect Pearls toothpaste. Probably not. This would make a really cute little belly band, though. I'm going to set that aside. Come on, I got to have something in here. There is so much stuff. All right, I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to do a little belly band with it, I think. All right, so I'm going to put it right across here. And then trim this. And then let's get around these corners just a bit. I'll put this guy right in there. Oh, look at this. So pretty. Okay, there's so, oh, look. Okay, I bet I can find something on this. Yes, we're going to do this guy right here. There we go. Right in the center-ish. All right, and then it goes in this pocket. Please tell me it's going to fit in this pocket. This is one tight pocket. All right. We've got a tag. We've got little tags here. We've got this book that goes there. We've got these little tucks. Are we good? Guess we're good. That was it. And I don't have anything for that bulldog clip, but that's fine. I mean, this is the back side of it. This is the front. I mean, I can always add it. All these other guys have one. Okay, so what if we do this? No, because it's too large. Okay, let's find one that's a little bit shorter maybe. Look, this one's shorter. Yeah. Oh, it goes this way anyway, though. Okay, listen. What if I do this in here, and then this right here? Yes, there we go. See, I knew we would make it work. And then bulldog clip. So it still has a clip. Oh, look, and then that'll help. Just hold that close so this won't flop back and forth. Perfect. Look at how smart we are. Okay. And then this is look at this. I really love this. And it has little knots in it. And it's like two different colors, like a off-white and kind of a cream. Okay, and then I think it was just, oh, who knows what I was doing. Who knows? Not I. Does anyone have the magic recipe for getting these strings to just be even? I guess you have to put this on here evenly, right? Okay. And then this will go here, and then this will go here. And see, look, I thought that I had it even, and it's still not quite right. Does not matter. It's good enough, right? Nice. Okay, one done, one more, and we're kind of in the groove, so this shouldn't take long, right? Okay, so let's see. This is a, oh no, that's not a tuck. It's that is. We can put something in here. Do we have a small tag that will fit? Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Okay. There we go. Let's do this little bit. And then let's find something on this sticker sheet that we can put on there. These blues, I kind of like this right here. This little guy. And that way we can kind of dress up that lace, and then we're bringing more of those blues in. I'm surprised that that's even doing anything. I've had that sitting open this whole time. And I'm surprised that it has not just like dried up and refused to give me any glue. I'm sure it is any minute now that I've said it out loud. It will for sure. But I lost my pen somewhere in all of this. I'm not sure where it is. I might have to take a minute and locate it. There we go. That didn't take very long. Good deal. Okay, so we've got something there. Do we need something over here? I mean, we don't have to have anything. I just kind of feel like there should be something a little bit wow in here, right? No, because that peeks out. I don't like that. keep wanting to use that massage cream. All right. Look, I've got all these tags. Oh, there's this little guy. Should I put that there? It covers that up. I like this yellow. And then what if we we'll do that. We're going to do that. It did become a belly band. We turned it into a belly band, but I like this yellow. This is a really pretty yellow. And then I'm going to have to just do real thin on the sides there. And we are going to pop it right there like this. And I like that. I like that in there. That's good. Let's go ahead and punch this out. Let's round these corners here. Right. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I have to remove this. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. That was really pretty. What do we think of this? Is there any orange? Okay, that's really green. Yep, that looks good there. Ink up these edges. All right, punch. I love when they come with their own little reinforcers. All right, pop that there. And I think this is this a tuck or just, oh, it's just a cluster. Okay. That is just a cluster, but we could bring this down here and make that a little belly band, right? Because I think this is the cutest little belly band. I really like these. These are really cute. I got to figure out where I got these. Let's see if I can get some more. I'm pretty sure it's Etsy printables. I'm like 99% sure. I've just got to go back and find them. Because I think when I cut these up that it was like the last set of those that I had. So, okay, let me go back to, I had all those tags sitting there and then I tossed all of them. There's one. Kind of want a larger one. I thought there were a bunch of larger tags, or am I hallucinating? Okay, here we go. Oh, look, and it's got that little bit of blue in there. See, it's all coming together. Why didn't I finish these to begin with? I think sometimes, because I did so many of them, and I think sometimes as I'm working, you know, you kind of just lose steam on some projects. Like the ideas kind of run dry and, you know, or I just needed to move on to the next thing. Sometimes I get distracted by the next project and then I'm like, oh, I'll finish this later, and later never comes. And later is now. Later is now. We're getting it done. It's all getting finished. See, and then look at that little bit of, I'll move this down a little bit. That little bit of blue peeking out. So pretty. Okay. Look at how pretty these papers are too. Okay, and then this is a tuck. It is. All right, let's add this guy. Is it a tuck or a pocket? No, I guess it is. Well, no, it is. It's kind of a tuck. Will that fit in there? It does. Look, isn't that cute? Perfect. Okay. And then let's open it up. So we need something that goes in here. And then something that goes down here. And then where did I have this guy? He was here. Yeah, look at what I did here too. That's pretty cool. Okay, I gotta remember these things. Oh no, don't be sliding around. Maybe I should have glued a little bit more. A little closer in. Okay. So that goes there, and then that's where that clip goes. Yes, that is correct. And it goes up here. Okay, because that feels more balanced with that up there. It was kind of bottom heavy, but now it feels a lot more balanced. Okay, so that's done. That's done. Wild hair. Okay, that's done. That's done. This is where we're at. Perfect. And what do we have for that? That fits in there. And that is not a tag, but it looks like it could be a tag. Let me look, because I know that I was setting a bunch of tags up there, and then all of a sudden they disappeared on me. And I think I just tossed them back into this pile. Here we go. There's a couple. Oh, I like that. There's that. These are all like women's beauty product advertisements, but they're so pretty. Look at those. They're so, so pretty. So I don't mind using them. There's that massage cream again. I'm going to have to use the massage cream because it just keeps popping up. So it has to get used. There we go. There's some of those tags. I guess I probably should have gone through this beforehand, but what's the fun in that, right? This is what this mess looks like. This is, when you open it back up and you're getting back into the groove, this is just what it looks like. That is so pretty. Okay. I tossed a lot of stuff over here, so let's see what's going on. I'm liking this. Or this. I like those pinks. Yeah, we're going to do this. And we are going to do it right here on this, just like the other one. I'll move this out of the way. And around my corners. Get this all inked up. And I'm not, see, a perfect writing space on the back. I don't have to worry about covering anything up there. And when I place this, I'm going to place it again over that hole. All right. There we go. Okay. And then something in here, look, you see this bit of purple there? And then this guy here, that purple is so pretty with that. And here's another bit of purple. So how many tags do I have? I've got this one here. So I could definitely do that. And these are nice collaged backgrounds that are perfect for me to put those little labels on to just really highlight those to let these shine right here. So this is a perfect combination. I like it. It worked out well in my favor. There we go. And we will do one more. I really like this guy. Okay. Let's get my punch out. And I need to it doesn't quite fit, so I just try to center it as much as possible so that at least it's even on all the different sides there. And I'm gonna round these corners. There we go. And then it fits right on there perfectly. All right. Okay, was that it? So that wasn't an actual tuck spot, that was just a little cluster. So we've got something there, we've got stuff here, we've got all of this decorated up. We added this guy here, we added this in here. Yep, those guys. Those guys. We added this. Look. I mean, I kind of feel like that was meant to be. We're going to use it. Right? I mean, I do. I'm not wrong here. This was just meant to be. I'm going to use the small one there. So just give it a slight rounding of those edges, a slight rounding of those corners. And then I always want to say edges. I'm inking edges and rounding corners, but that is not the way I like to say it. I told you we'd use it. And it's that orange and that bit of green and everything, and it's perfect. Perfect, perfect. See, that's all it was missing. That was it. It's perfection. All right. So let me pop this on, move it up a little bit, feel it out. Yep, that's where it goes. We're going to put that bulldog clip on it. Here's my little bit of chiffon. I don't even know how I did this. Which is the, okay, this is the front, I believe. Okay, and then I was just tying these. Perfect. All right, so that works. There we go. And I'm done. There we go. And that was it. We didn't use up as much stuff as I thought that we would. I'll just work all this back into my ephemera stash and it'll be fine. All right, I feel very accomplished. So hopefully this inspired you to pull out some of your unfinished projects and just get it done. Get it done and get it out of the way, free up some space on your shelf and in your brain, not having to worry about this one anymore. It's one less project to be concerned with. All right, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Thanks for spending some time with me, and until next time, bye.